Allianz started to investigate into blockchain technology in 2015 from a technology perspective. Then we developed some knowledge and looked into the enterprise, which kind of applications are there, where could be a need for blockchain. We did some very successful use cases, proof of concepts, prototypes, which have to be further developed. So within the Allianz enterprise, there's a lot of business going on with blockchain. Beginning of this year, Allianz decided to take it really serious and said, okay, we are establishing a global blockchain center of competence. In parallel, in 2016, Allianz was founding member of the B3I initiative, which is the largest blockchain initiative in the insurance industry, with other insurers, reinsurers, so competitors, but to form a standard for the whole industry. That initiative did a very successful first use case too, and now decided to establish an own startup. So a couple of weeks ago, there was the B3I Service AG established, founded in Zurich, in Switzerland, where Allianz is a founding member of. So we are working on the level of within our company, looking what can we do to improve existing processes, to gain competitive advantages, but we are also participating in industry-wide initiatives as B3I. In my upcoming presentation, just to bring the people on the same kind level of understanding, because I'm a business guy and sometimes it's helpful to explain to other people not too technically what we are talking about, because there's a very complicated technology behind it. There's mining and consensus and all that stuff, but not all of them is applicable to what we do. So my very basic comparison or picture is, if you know about Bitcoin, and I would assume anyone knows about Bitcoin, you also might have heard about blockchain, but Bitcoin is not blockchain. That's the first difference. So if you think about your smartphone, you do have an operating system on your smartphone, which is iOS, Android, or other operating systems. Compared to that, there are different kind of blockchain technologies. Bitcoin is using one, another one is called Ethereum, then there's one called Hyperledger Fabric. That means different blockchain technologies. It's not like the internet right now. If you then compare again what kind of applications you have on your iPhone running on the operating system, that's comparable to Bitcoin as one application running on a blockchain technology, and there are other kind of applications. For the insurance industry, for example, there's the application of a flight delay insurance, but their application is always linked to the underlying blockchain technology. And here comes one of the biggest challenge. As the underlying blockchain technology, those we work with for the time being only have been created like 3 or 4 years ago, they are not very major. They have to research and develop to fulfill the needs of the application. It's like you can develop an application like Office 2018, but you still have underlying operating system MS-DOS. So you see there's a discrepancy. You need to further push the underlying technology. And the underlying technology sometimes is based on open source input. So we can't really push it into the direction we want, and that needs time. And therefore people always think, well, there's the cryptocurrency world. Why don't you have tons of application in the enterprise world? That's also probably because the underlying technology further has to be pushed, and the understanding of what blockchain can helpful for and what needs the business applications need has to be better aligned. And that's one of the biggest challenges we face for the time being, because blockchain isn't the solution for everything. There are many projects who say, well, you describe the project, shall I use blockchain, yes or no? No. Because if you don't have a distributed ledger, if you do not have many stakeholders involved, it doesn't make sense to use blockchain. Only if you say, I want to use blockchain to get some press release and stuff, but still, if someone takes a look who has some technology background, he said, it doesn't make sense. And now, 2018, this is really the year where I hope to see and I expect to see real-world applications. Because in the past, we had very much research and development on applications, on technology. We have use cases, prototypes, proof of concepts, but those real-world applications like the cryptocurrency, that's a little bit lacking in the insurance industry. And there I'm not talking about only the insurance industry, I'm talking about any industry, because I'm happy about any real-time application in whatever industry, but still the insurance industry is very applicable for blockchain technology, as we have many users, smart contracts, many relationships between different parties. But in other industries the same, and Allianz is also very much taking care of monitoring the blockchain ecosystem to see where things happening. And yeah, you don't always have to be first mover in certain things, you also can be smart follower, but therefore you have to understand what developments there are and where you can add that to your own business.